Hello there, my name is Jason Perkins. I'd like to welcome you to another episode in the Georgia Workers' Compensation video series. I'm an attorney who specializes in handling Georgia workers' compensation cases. I created this series of videos by people who heard at work with helpful information about Georgia's workers' compensation law. Today I want to talk to you about what workers' compensation medical records your employer should get. Now, your first question may be, why should my employer get any of my medical records? Well, when you get hurt at work and file a workers' compensation claim, that claim is against both the workers' compensation insurance company and your employer. So your employer is a party to your workers' compensation claim. That means that they and the insurance company are responsible for making decisions about your claim and also paying medical bills in your claim. Because of that, they're entitled to get medical records for certain things, your injury, and certain things related to your injury that will help them in making decisions about paying these medical bills and making these other decisions in your claim. So, what medical records is your employer able to get? Now, neither your employer or the workers' compensation insurance company need to be able to access all of your medical records. Most people are going to want to keep certain medical information private. While your right to privacy is waived to a certain extent in your workers' compensation claim because you filed that claim, you do retain some privacy in your medical records. Your employer and the workers' compensation insurance company should only be able to get medical records that are for treatment of your workers' compensation injury or for treatment of a condition that's reasonably related to your workers' compensation injury. Now, again, this is referring specifically to Georgia workers' compensation law. Different states have different workers' compensation laws, and a state other than Georgia might have different rules regarding what medical records your employer will be able to get. Now, in Georgia, you have to sign a form authorizing your employer to be able to get these medical records. Usually, in order to get medical information about someone, because there's a right to privacy in medical records, a doctor's office will require that a medical authorization be signed, providing them authority to send the medical records to the person that's requesting them. And under Georgia law, you do have to sign a medical authorization to provide your employer, the workers' compensation insurance company, the ability to get your medical records. But the medical authorization that you're sent by your employer, the workers' compensation insurance company, may be a lot broader than it should be. Again, you're not required to release all your medical records, only some of them, only medical records for treatment of your injury or for a condition that's reasonably related to your injury. So if you receive a medical authorization form from your employer or your insurance company, it may be broader than what you need to sign. That authorization should only cover what I've specifically mentioned. One authorization that does that is a form that's published by the Georgia State Board of Workers' Compensation called the Form WC-207. It's limited specifically to those conditions. One other thing that you should be aware of is it's usually not good to just sign a blank authorization. You will want to make sure that the authorizations only cover the specific doctors that you've treated with. Otherwise, the insurance company or employer may be able to send that authorization to doctors who haven't treated you for your injury or a condition reasonably related to your injury and may be able to get more medical records than they should. Hope you found this information about what workers' compensation medical records your employer can get helpful. If you have, please let me know that. One of the best ways you can do that is by liking this video. If you've got more questions about workers' compensation, I'd encourage you to reach out and get a free consultation about your case to get those questions answered. There's two easy ways you can schedule that consultation. First is by calling the phone number at the bottom of the screen, and the other is by reaching out to us through our website, which is www.perkinslawtalk.com. Just click on and submit the free consultation request form, and a member of our team will reach out to you to get that consultation scheduled. I'd like to thank you again for watching this video today. I want to wish you the best of luck as you recover from your injuries.